Hello everybody, Stephanie here. Welcome to In the Kitchen. And today I am making broccoli rabe. So I wanted to show everybody how I make it. This is gonna be one of my veggie dishes for dinner today and lunch for tomorrow, because what is dinner today is always lunch for tomorrow. That is a money saving tip. And that is Blue that you hear in the background. And if you follow me, you already know you are going to be hearing a lot from my feather babies who are locked up right now and like to join in on the conversation. So broccoli rabe is a great veggie. It's something that I really love. I didn't always like it. It's something that I came into when I was older. It is bitter, so you have to cook it. Hey, Shirley. You have got to cook it two parts, two ways. So it's a little bit extra work than a normal veggie, but it's worth it for me. So you take the broccoli rabe. First, I have boiling water here coming to a boil. So I'm going to, just like pasta, you have to salt your water. So I have here a pan. Now, when I salt my water for pasta or for veggies, I use the cheaper stuff. When I use salt in my food, I use the sea salt. So just another tip there. You want to salt your water really good because you need to start to flavoring the broccoli rabe. And I took the bunch. I have 3 bunches because this does turn into half, kind of like spinach or kale or anything. When you cook it, it dwindles down to half, and because I want it for dinner and lunch tomorrow, I bought 3 bunches. 3. So you're gonna take the bunch and you're gonna cut these stalks off. You don't want to eat this. So I already did it here to this one, but because I kind of want to make it a little bit more bite-sized, I chop straight down, right in half. Maybe one more here at the tip because it's a little bit bigger. And then I just dump it little by little, because you gotta wait till it kind of dwindles down. You want to be careful. You don't want the water to come up. So here we go. Now, 1 stalk at a time. And what you want to do is take your tongs and just push it down into the water. And you're going to let it sit here. You don't have to cook this for too long. It's actually kind of just like a blanch, which means you just put it in some hot boiling water for like a minute. And then you're gonna take it out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it here. I have a strainer with a bowl to catch the water. Let it strain as I'm making the other 2. And you're gonna see how fast this goes. I have 3 stalks. I'm down the street at my aunt's house. We're heading to the seafood boil. Oh, you're going to the seafood boil? Where's the seafood boil? Oh, you're lucky. Go eat some seafood. That's delish. Okay, so while that is cooking, I'm going to prep what I'm gonna season my broccoli rabe with. And what I do it with is, it's very simple. At the end, when this is all done, it's going to be garlic, oil, and lemon zest or lime zest. But this is the key in Fanwood. Oh, I didn't know they were having a seafood fest. Oh, enjoy, girl. So lemon or lime, this is the key to it. This is what makes the flavor burst out. And then the garlic. So garlic is really easy. That piece isn't good. I like a lot of garlic, so I'm going to use about 4. If you don't like garlic, don't use garlic. I love it, so I'm going to use 4. And the way that I peel garlic, because it can be really annoying and tedious, is take your knife, take your garlic, smash. Take your knife. If you listen closely, you might be able to hear Sarge say hello. He's a little chatty right now. Smash, smash. It's really fun, and you can take your aggression out. So grab some garlic. The peel comes off easy breezy. And this is about to come out. This broccoli rabe that I put in first, it's only gonna blanch. This helps take that bitterness out. This helps kind of like make it a little bit less bitter, and the intensity comes out of it. So it's a really, really important step. If you skip it, you gotta like really bitter. And some people may. I just need a little blanch. So now I'm just gonna chop up my garlic. It's already smashed up, so it's not gonna be hard. And like I said, I love garlic. If you don't do it. You could do onion as well, but just garlic and that lemon zest with some salt, oil, pepper, done. Really simple. The only thing about broccoli rabe is the 2-step cooking process. But everything else is super simple. And the one thing you'll learn when you start to cook for yourself and you get in the kitchen is that really doesn't take a lot to make good food. It's just simple, real whole food ingredients, clean, really, really tastes good. So this batch is coming out. So just grab your tongs, You hear Sarge? Hi, Baba. He gets chatty when he's in the cage. So bonus, if you're watching this, you're gonna hear my baby talk. He gets really chatty. So we're just gonna take this out. You don't have to like completely get all the water out because it's sitting here on a bowl to do that. Oh, love this. I love broccoli rabe. And if you know anything about veggies, or you don't, the greener the better. Unless you have an allergy or of a food digestive issue. Some people, greens, they can't eat them because of digestive. Most people can. So now I got the next batch. I have another cutting board right here, so I'm just gonna chop this down. Hi, Baba. Next batch in. Be careful, because this is boiling water. And grab my tongs. And here we go, next batch in, see? So while you're doing the one-step process with your broccoli rabe, you're prepping your garlic or whatever, your onion, whatever you're gonna use. If you don't like any of it, that's fine. Broccoli rabe alone with some oil, salt, and pepper, and the lemon zest is really, really delish. I just love garlic. And if I didn't already meal prep yesterday and cook my meats, I actually grilled them, I would be cooking my meat at this time. So if you haven't meal prepped your meats like I did, this is a time while you're doing this, you cook your meats. In 30 minutes, you can have this dinner done. This goes great with chicken, pork, steak. We're gonna have it with some steak because that's the meat that I have. But it goes really, really well with, I like it more with steak, but it goes good with chicken. It can go good with pork. It's a really good green. It's very healthy for you. And it's different. Like people decide to eat healthy and decide that all they're gonna do is eat salad. And I would die if all I did was eat salad. Like that's boring. Food has to be two things for me. Good, and it has to be different. I can't eat the same thing over and over again. I can't have whatever my dinner is as my lunch the next day. That's something I always do. But I can't have the same dinner every night or the same lunch every day. So if you're trying to be healthy and you're trying to lose weight and you think eating chicken and salad is gonna get you there, it's actually wrong. You're missing your carbs, you're missing difference in proteins, and your body wants something different. And don't you? Like eating the same thing. Like I have breakfast, eggs, every day, but I don't eat them the same way. I'll scramble them one day, hard boil the next day, over easy one day. I don't always eat it the same way. I can maybe go a day or two eating them the same way, but then I'll switch it up the next day. But I do love my eggs every morning with either whole wheat toast or I have it with oatmeal and I put berries in my oatmeal and that's my breakfast. So don't get stuck in that rut that all you have to eat is chicken and salad to lose weight because you're actually going to, one, bore yourself to death with the same thing over and over again. And two, you're actually not going to lose that weight. You might get a quick weight loss in the beginning if you go from eating crappy to eating chicken and salad every day. But you're going to plateau real fast because your body needs food. In order to lose weight, you have to eat. That's number one misconception. Most people that I talk to, they want to lose weight, but they're barely eating anything. Like they don't have breakfast or they skip lunch and they're barely eating dinner, and that's not the way to weight loss. You have to eat your meals, you have to eat your snacks, you just have to eat the right stuff. And it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's so easy breezy, just eat. You have to know the right stuff. You have to know what your body likes, what your body doesn't. So it's a process that you learn over time, but my platform taught me it. Taught me how to eat, taught me how to plate, it taught me the right foods. It taught me how to add my cheats and my treats in there because everyone needs certain things that they love. I'm addicted to chocolate chips and to French fries and fried chicken. So, but I don't eat it all the time, but I do eat it, and I still lose weight and I still get my results that I want because I follow what my platform has taught me. And everyone's different, so you won't eat what I eat or how much I eat because we're all different and we all start at different places. But it's personalized, it's customizable. Like, I love that my meal plan gives me recipes and ideas, but it doesn't tell me what to eat every day. It gives me my options. And then I can create my own stuff. I'm someone who likes to create my meals. If you don't follow the recipes, follow the guides to the T, I don't operate that way. I'll get a recipe that I like, I'll take ideas, but all I need to know is how much of what do I need to eat a day, and then I'll just get it done. I'll eat it, and I have to eat 3 meals and 2 snacks a day to lose weight, build muscle, and get abs. I eat my way to abs. And that was my first thing when I was doing this on my own, was thinking that I had to eat like 100 calorie snack and just have toast for breakfast. And that used to be my breakfast, just a whole wheat slice of toast with a little bit of butter. That's it. And then lunch would be like a meat and a veggie, and I cut carbs out to an extent. But that wasn't the way to do it. That was not the way to go. That was the wrong way. I suffered through that. But when you learn the right way, the way I have through our platform, you get to eat all these good yummy foods, and you get to play with your food. And I like to be in the kitchen. I like to cook. Not all the time, trust me. I order out because sometimes you're just like, it's not even about being physically tired. Sometimes I'm just mentally tired. Like, I don't want to think, I don't want to process anything. I want to get home from work. I just want to eat and call it a day. Like, that's it. So let me say, just a tip, blanch your greens in cold water to keep the vibrant green. You know what, Frankie? That is true. It's just another step, and I'm going to completely be honest. I'm lazy. I don't want to have another bowl that I have to wash and put with ice. But you're right. If I put this in cold water when I come out from the hot, it stops the cooking process, and it keeps that vibrant green. And I have done it, but I'm just not going to do it today because it's another step. And I'm someone who, when I'm taking pictures to show you guys my recipes, I do like to make them pretty, but I'm not about how my plate looks. When I'm not taking a picture to show you and to share a recipe, I just throw my food in a plate or in a bowl and I just eat it, because I'm more about how it tastes, not how it looks or is plated. But I have been stepping up my game in that aspect and doing it where I'm plating it nicely to show you. But me, I'm all about how it tastes first. And right now, if it loses a little color, it's actually still pretty green. Nice. But that cold water trick, it makes a difference. And if you want to do it and you want to add that stuff, just have a bowl of ice, dump it in the ice when it comes out of the hot water. It'll stop the cooking process and it'll keep it vibrant green. Thank you, Frankie, for that. And there's certain foods that you make that you want to do that. I like green beans with a little bit of bite to them. So if I blanch them, I will do that cold water step because I want to stop the cooking process, because I don't like mushy green beans. So, play with your food, find out what you like, find out what you have to have and what steps you can skip. Like I skip the ice water when it comes to broccoli rabe. Right now, if it was a weekend, I would probably do it. And this is a great make ahead too. I could have made this yesterday if I wanted to, because it sits well in the fridge. It's like kale. It's not like spinach. If I was gonna do spinach sauteed, I would do it just that day because it's like that to cook up. Let me make sure there's no other questions. Hey, Cindy. Speaking of eggs, I like my egg whites and dip in ketchup. Hey, Eliana. You know what? There's a lot of people who do that, who like their eggs in ketchup. I once had ketchup touch my eggs because I had the home fries, and it was okay, but I don't care for it. But there's a lot of people, just watch with the ketchup because the ketchup is very high in sugar. So you want to have it for your dipping, but just don't overdo it on it. But egg whites are great. Now, the way I do eggs, just to let you know, there's another way, is that I will either make, and this is a portion of eggs for me. You gotta remember, all this is calculated based on me. But it's either 2 whole eggs, over easy, hard boiled, scrambled up, or I take 1 whole egg and 4 egg whites. And that gives me 1 protein portion. Now that's eggs of protein for me in my meal plan. So that's how I do it. It's either 2 whole eggs, made whichever way I want, or 1 whole egg and 4 egg whites. And normally when I do that, I'm making an omelet of some sort, and I'll add some pepper, some spinach, whatever veggie I have to the omelet. If I'm just gonna have quick scrambled eggs, I just use 2 eggs. That is 1 portion of a protein for me. That is based off of our platform, our meal plans, my fitness program, my weight. So for you, how much protein you have to eat might be very different. And if you wanted to know what that was, we can talk on the side, because our platform, when it comes to the nutrition, it's all customized to the person and to the goals and to the starting point, and to what your ending point, is going to be, what you're looking for. So that is, eggs are my fave, and that's the one thing I can have every damn day. I will switch up my carb. Like I said, I'll either do toast, I'll do oatmeal, I'll do pancakes, whole wheat pancakes, as my side, and I always have a carb for breakfast, but eggs I can have every single day, no problem. But I do get bored with the carbs, so I'll switch it up. Oh, I've done sweet potato hash. That's one of my faves too. It's really, really good, and I like to make it in a southwestern seasoning. So I'll do a video one day on how I make sweet potato hash to show everybody. It's super easy, super simple. I would actually use this pan right here. It takes a little bit of work if you're going to make the sweet potato hash by hand with your hand grater like I do, or if you use a food processor, it'll do it real quick for you. But I'm somebody who, the less I have to wash after, I hate dishes. I'd rather put in the arm work and a little bit of a workout, grating my sweet potato like you would grate cheese. It is a workout, let me tell you something, and I like to make a large batch of it. So I'll get that arm workout in so that I don't have to clean my food processor. I'm so lazy when it comes to washing dishes and extra stuff. I really am. So trust me, I'm not about complicated. I'm about easy, simple, 30-minute meals, nothing special. If I do something special, I save it for the weekends, something that takes a long process. Eliana, you hate that you do that. What? That you do the ketchup? The ketchup's not bad. Some people like it. It's not my cup of tea, but I would just watch out with how much ketchup for the sugar content. Now I'm going to get rid of this hot water because I'm going to use this same pan because I'm not trying to wash two pans. This is lazy. And pour this out, and then we're going to go to the last step of the broccoli rabe, which is super quick. Let me see real quick. I love eggs. Now that I'm pregnant, I read that egg whites make babies smart. Oh, good for the brain. Hey, you know what? Even if that isn't true, that is really good for the brain. Egg whites are really good for you, and what's good for you is good for the baby. And if it helps with the brain development or function, even better. Like, you can't go wrong. And eggs are really good. And there used to be a big myth that eggs high in cholesterol, and that's not true because I actually had high cholesterol. And when I started eating healthy, eggs were part of my diet because I was told eggs are not the bad cholesterol that they make them seem. You just obviously can't have 4 whole eggs because of the fat in the egg is a healthy fat. But just like avocado is a healthy fat, you can't eat the whole avocado. That's too much. So I have it to 2 whole eggs or 1 egg white and 1 whole egg and 4 egg whites. So I'm getting that healthy fat, but I'm not overdoing it. And that's the key to life. Balance, moderation, not too much. So I just put a tablespoon of oil in here, and I have 3 bunches of broccoli rabe. So I'm going to put a teaspoon more. Now, please note, I've been doing this for a while, so I know how to eyeball a tablespoon and a teaspoon, but you really just want to get your spoon out and you want to measure. You want to control your oil. That is really, really important. So I have my pan covered. Gonna add my garlic, and I'm just going to, on very low, medium-low heat, I'm gonna let that garlic and oil infuse, and once I smell garlic, it's ready for the broccoli rabe to go back in. You don't want to burn garlic because it's going to taste bitter and not good. So watch your garlic, don't burn it. If you burn it, clean the pan out, start again. Trust me, it is not worth it. If you burn your garlic, I've done it, clean the pan out, throw it out, start over. So let me just do a little cleanup real quick. Grab this. All right, make my little garbage pile here. The one thing I love cooking, I really do, but the cleanup after, I'm not gonna lie to you, sucks. And on meal prep day, I'm very big with, while I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. If I finish a pot in a pan, I wash it and I get it done with. Because if I clean while I'm meal prepping and I'm cooking, when I'm done, I don't have all this pile of stuff to clean. Because I've done it where I just keep throwing everything in the sink. I'll do it later, and then later comes and I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta wash all of this. So I'm really big, if you can, it doesn't always allow for, you want to clean up as you're going, because it does help at the end. So I have some time right now. This garlic is sitting here in the oil, it's sauteing, I'm waiting for it. I did a quick little garbage pile here, so when I'm done I can just throw it in the garbage, straightening everything up. The last step is my lime zest, and I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna clean off my board. So what I do here is first I take the lime, I take my zester, and I do it this way. You could also do it this way, but I can't see. I like to see what I'm getting out of it, and I want to make sure that I don't go over the white part again, because then that's going to be bitter. So I do it upside down, and I washed my lime before, so please watch your produce because you don't know who's touching it at the store. It's like it's like a doorknob. Like you want to clean all your produce before you cook it and you use it. So just take all the zest, all of it, around the whole lime. If I was only doing like one bunch of broccoli rabe, I would only do like half of a lime or a quarter of it, but I'm gonna do the whole thing. Now before I eat the broccoli rabe, I will cut this up into slices, and I will actually put a little bit of the lime juice over my broccoli rabe. Not too much, but the lime zest is just enough. So if all you want is the lime zest and you haven't cut, woo, there it goes. And we're done with that. It hit the floor. If you don't want it, just your lime's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna put this in the fridge. I'm gonna wash it again, put it in the fridge. And then I have freshly squeezed lime for a salsa, for a lot. I use this a lot, I get this every week. So I have here, safely tucked in, my lime zest. So I'm gonna leave that here. I'm going to quickly grab a wooden spoon. All right, I smell garlic. It already just lightly browned one of the garlic pieces. This is ready for my broccoli rabe to go right back in. There we go. This is a lot, but you got to remember, because our dinner is our lunch the next day, I'm making a large portion. Now I'm going to salt my food. Since I'm using salt in my food now, I'm using the sea salt. This is the better quality salt. So I put it in my hand to control how much I'm putting in there. I don't want to overdo it, and I forget if it's left or right shoulder, so I do both. And then I'm going to toss it really quickly. And I'm going to salt again, but first I'm going to toss it. Get that oil, get that garlic. Oh my God, it smells so good. So good. Oh, I love cooking. All right, so I tossed it a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt to get all of the broccoli rabe. See, I'm using fresh ingredients, so you have to salt your food. Nothing is processed, nothing comes in the can, nothing full of sodium. Ooh, that fell over, garbage. So you have to salt your food. Don't be afraid to salt it. Just start with little bit, because once you put too much, you can't take it out. But little bit, just add a little bit at a time. Make sure you salt your food, because you don't want it to be bland, because bland is boring. That's gross. Who wants to eat bland food? Unless you have something medical that makes you really, really watch your salt. If you're using fresh ingredients, fresh veggies, fresh meats, real food, sweet potatoes, you need to salt your food. That's how it's going to taste good. So I'm just going to let this sit in the oil. And this literally takes like a minute or two just to incorporate that oil with that garlic. And I'm just going to dump this in the sink. I'm going to wash that once we're done because I don't want dishes tonight. I hate washing dishes. It's the worst. I can't wait to have a dishwasher back. I don't have it in this house. I had it in my other house. And I'm super, super lazy when it comes to dishes. So other things with cooking is that the least amount of pots. If I can grill it, it's even better because the grill's outside. You clean it when you're grilling and then you're done. But I'm all about easy, simple, minimal amount of work, and meals in 30 minutes or less. That's what makes it so easy for me at this point, 3.5 years in, eating healthy and maintaining this lifestyle is because I took the time, I got into the kitchen, I started playing with food, I started playing with recipes, I started playing with seasonings. Seasonings are big. You have to get seasonings. If your food is not seasoned, it's boring, and I don't do boring. So get your seasonings out. Mrs. Dash salt-free is perfect because I can put as much of this as I want, not worrying about all the extra sodium, and use my own salt. Make sure that my food gets flavor from the salt, but I'm not overdoing it. Mrs. Dash Original Blend. I got Southwestern. I have jalapeno because I like spicy. Just go get yourself some seasonings. Go to the 99-cent store because they hold a lot of the Mrs. Dash and you can get them for cheaper. If you go to ShopRite and you have a coupon, they double it. Listen, I don't have a money tree in my backyard. I am not rich. I have a budget. So if I can eat healthy and still pay my bills, you can do it too. You just gotta you have to be smart about it. Eating out is expensive, so try to do less of it. And making something like how I make my dinner, my lunch the next day, that saves you a lot of money because you already know a lunch, if you're lucky, $7 if you order out. If you're lucky, $7 minimum. But it's at least $10 to $12. So if you're going to pay that much money, take the time to make a little bit extra dinner so it's your lunch the next day. You got 2 meals done. All you gotta do is have breakfast and your snacks. If you follow my kind of meal plan where you have to eat all day, you have to have 3 meals and 2 snacks. But that's for me. Actually, the more you weigh and the more weight you want to lose, the more you have to eat. So I'm at a point where I need to eat for fuel consumption and I want to build lean muscle. So I have to consume a certain amount. This is all our platform. Our meal plans are all based person by person, program by program. Or if you're on the one that we have that requires no fitness whatsoever, you learn how to plate all of your meals and how it should look. So it all really depends on you, your lifestyle, what you want to do, what your goal is. But okay, so now this is done. Now here is one of the most important steps of cooking at home. You have to taste your food. It's called quality control. It's gonna be hot, so be careful. But you have to taste it. I have to make sure there's enough salt. I have to make sure I don't need maybe some more garlic. Maybe, I don't need more oil. This is good. But I have to make sure I have enough salt. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. It's so good. So sorry, I'm a cursor. Okay, so I don't need any more salt because I flipped it, then salted it, make sure I got everything all around. I'm good. All I have to do is I'm gonna shut the oven off, and I'm gonna put my lime zest and bang that out. I'm trying to get it everywhere. It's not a lot. You don't need a lot. You don't want the lime zest to overpower the broccoli rabe. You just want it to. It's lime and lemon is an extra burst of flavor. It's kind of like that thing that brings the flavor out. Like when you're baking, you put salt in every sweet recipe because the saltness helps the sweetness come out. I don't know why, it's some scientific thing, but it's true. If you put salt in baking, it makes it sweeter. So there it is, guys. I'm done. Broccoli rabe. Let me know if you have any questions or you want to see me make anything.